A heroic MTA train operator was found dead on the subway tracks in Harlem Friday morning after evacuating riders from a smoky and suspicious subterranean blaze aboard an uptown train.
Train operator Garrett Goebel, of Brooklyn, was found unconscious on the roadbed in front of the number 2 train when first responders arrived to the 110th Street, Central Park North Station about 3:15 a.m.
Cops were attempting to determine if an arsonist set the fire inside the second car of the train as it headed into the station. A suspect was taken into custody and was at the 28th precinct for questioning, a fire department source told the Daily News.
Smoke was pouring out of the train car and straphangers were scrambling for air when cops and firefighters arrived.
Medics rushed Goebel to Mount Sinai Hospital, but he could not be saved. Colleagues said he was the father of a 5-month-old child, and a neighbor described the 6-year MTA veteran as a nice guy who always greeted her with a hug.
"All I can tell you is he was beautiful young man," said Catherine Gray, 73. "I've known him all his life. He was a good son, an excellent father and a great husband."
Gray was not surprised to hear that Goebel risked his life to save others.
"If he did, that's his character," she said. "He would help anyone he could."
The brave transit worker was the only fatality in the bizarre morning incident where a burned shopping cart was found inside the Bronx-bound train. The MTA quickly posted a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of anyone involved in the fatal fire.
3 men and a woman were also rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital with serious injuries, authorities said. An additional 5 firefighters were taken to local hospitals with minor injuries, and at least 7 others were treated at the scene.
At roughly the same time as the train blaze, several small fires were set in garbage cans on both the platforms and above ground at the 86th Street and 96th Street train stations, said NYPD Deputy Chief Brian McGee of Manhattan North Detectives.
"We have investigators holding them as crime scenes," McGee said about the other fire locations. "We're not saying they are connected, but this is something they have to investigate."
Tony Utano, president of TWU Local 100, which represents MTA employees, called Goebel's death a terrible tragedy.
"For this to happen, after we lost 2 of our union brothers to the coronavirus, is hard to comprehend," said Utano. "Our conductor acted heroically to move passengers to the platform out of danger, and deserves our deepest thanks and support for his bravery."
Goebel, a train conductor and another MTA employee managed to get commuters out the station as first responders arrived, said Sarah Feinberg, interim president of NYC Transit.
After evacuating the first car, Goebel exited the train through the front and ended up getting lost in the smoky tunnel, authorities believe.
"They certainly put their lives at risk to get these people out," said Feinberg. There was a second train in the tunnel behind this train and the fire department helped evacuate those passengers and crew members through tunnel and through emergency exits.
"We are devastated by this. This is a hard moment for NYC Transit," she said. "We show up every day to move people safely and efficiently. They do unbelievable work and they are heroes.
They are particularly heroes these past 2 weeks," Feinberg added, referring to the coronavirus pandemic. 2 NYC transit workers died of the disease Thursday.
FDNY fire marshals were investigating what sparked the blaze Friday morning.
Pictures seen by the Daily News show blackened, pitted walls and charred seats. The ceiling panels were burned off, leaving electrical wires hanging from above.
The train car was completely gutted, a source said.
It remained unclear if the shopping cart was the origin of the blaze or if it was burned during the fire.
"Imagine the crime scene down there," McGee said. "It's pretty messy right now. We have to go through that meticulously."
The MTA suspended northbound number 2 and 3 trains for hours as police investigated.
The number 2 train service was running with drastically reduced service all Thursday as more than 100 train operators, conductors and dispatchers stayed home from work, fearful they would catch coronavirus, sources said.
The conductor who helped evacuate the train has been working for the MTA for 25 years.
"Transit workers are heroes. We are heroes," Utano said. "Every time there's a catastrophe, we are on the scene, and we make sure that we do right by the city." So when people do see a transit worker, it's okay to say thank you and give him a thumbs up.